It's time that we enter the comedy zone for a moment here. The next artist we got coming to the stage is the only person that Louis C.K. ever submitted a written form to before requesting if it was okay for him to touch himself in front of us. Please make some noise for my stepdad and yours, Horror Show Jack. And he's not actually my stepdad, my mom just wishes he was. All right.
What a setup.
I feel dirty. Wait till after the show. Why do I take serious water?
How's everybody doing tonight? Well, you were having a much better day than the woman that helped us at Staples earlier today. And it's only Tuesday. So I was talking about how I defined March Madness last week, and I had 3 shows for that whole month, and I figured, yeah, screw it, why not add a 4th? And we're doing a show that we're just doing the Fangs, and the guy's having me host the costume contest because I did a good job last year. And he goes, you want to do a comedy set in between the bands? Because I have 3 bands playing. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm like, how much time in between? She goes, 20, 30 minutes. And I'm like, it's a good thing I write new material for 10 to 15 minutes every week here, because most people are like, I don't have that much material. I got plenty. So yesterday we went to, Angela and I went to, where was it? Oh, Jingy's Tavern to get lunch. And this is kind of weird, and I don't want it to come off like I'm egotistical, because it kind of made me feel weird. We were doing business stuff, so I'm like, well, business lunch, right off. And I paid with my American Express card that says Horror Show Jack. The guy comes back, hands me my card and the slip and everything. I'm filling it, and he goes, excuse me, are you the Horror Show Jack? My first thought was, I had 2. My first one was like, do I owe you money? My second thought is there any other? Not to sound egotistical, but is there anyone else out there walking around with my business name? Because if you are, you owe me money. Now, I'm also giving advice tonight, and this one is, I would not recommend entering a wormhole. You might get stuck in the apple.
Okay.
Thank you, Angela, for laughing. All right, I got the joke from Alexa. Leave me alone. So, how many people have those days where you wake up and you're like, I need to call out of work. I can't deal with work. Okay.
Every day.
Yes. I am the king of excuses because I worked at a warehouse for 7.5 years and hated it. So, I figured out ways you can call out and they won't ask questions.
Okay.
Here's 2. 1. Oh, I thought he was saying, okay, he's on the phone. 1, call and call out with explosive diarrhea. They will not, 9 times out of 10, they will not ask questions. But if you think, but here, also set it up. Before you leave work the following day, tell your boss, yeah, me and my friends, we're going out for sushi tonight. Boom. They're gonna believe you. The other is, and this is one I've used, take a relative, if you're afraid of karma, take a relative who's already died and say they've died again. I mean, don't call and say, yeah, my grandmother died again. No, they died. Just say they died. Because, I mean, unless everyone knows at work, knows your personal family life, and it's like, I know your grandmother died 15 years ago. I'm like, yeah, no, the other one. One other one. Each person should have 2 grandparents. I'm adopted. I have more than 2. They were dead before I met them. So does anyone remember what it was like back in the Stone Age? It was hard. Thank you for the assist, because that was another Alexa joke. And I'm like, this is going to bomb. And then Ted made it funny. Thank you very much. Now,
Sounds like another list.
I was just a kid.
I'm going to bring us back to high school humor. I apologize. But what is long and hard and full of semen? A submarine, you perverts. Thank you. forgot I'm holding the microphone. When I was doing the notes, I was pointing to my crotch, but oh well. So over the weekend, we went to Cracker Barrel for breakfast at 3 o'clock in the afternoon because we sleep in on the weekends. We're not working, and as we're finishing up food, all of a sudden I hear the theme song from one of my favorite 80s TV shows, Airwolf. Oh. Angela's looking at me like she has no idea what I'm talking about. She's just heard the theme song. So we pay the bill and we're getting ready to leave, and I have to walk up to this guy because I thought I'm the only person that remembers this show. And I walk up to the guy and I'm like, excuse me, I just wanted to say, I'm like, I loved your ringtone. And I realized the guy is bent over with his hands clasped and he's praying over his breakfast at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I felt like a dick. And then I had a great realization. I'm in the South, where people pray over their breakfast at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, crazy laws, I don't ever want to go to China. If you are in China and you die, and you are declared dead, and you come back, whether you're resuscitated or not, you're getting arrested and going to jail because reincarnation is illegal in China. Also, time travel is illegal in China. What do they know that we don't? I watched that video on YouTube on repeat like 3 times. No, really? And then I Googled it. Apparently it's true, but if it's not, I'll get home before you guys and put it on there. Marcia didn't find that funny. She just stared at me like a disappointed mother. Now, if you want, guys, listen up. If you want hard results, good hard results, try Viagra. Alright, you know what? At least my one-liners are getting groans at least. So, how many people hate being pulled over by the cops? Wow, I thought the whole room's hand would go up on that one. So I had an idea of how to get out of a ticket. You can buy this thing at Spencer's or online. It's called a can of fart spray. And I figured you get pulled over, and right before the cop comes to your window, you know, and they open the window, and he's just going, oh, slow it down, leave. And then it dawned on me, I will never get that smell out of my car. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Anyone here ever see the show Impractical Jokers? Alright, you are going to love this. So I have a rule at my booth when I'm working at convention. If someone is taking a picture near or in my booth, I get to be in it. And I am the king of photobombs because I had some friends not let me photobomb their picture, but they were doing it right in front of the TV, and as soon as they clicked the photo, my picture came up on the TV, so I was in the photo anyway, so screw them. So, I have this group of people who I don't know, and they're taking a photo blocking a portion of my booth. I'm like, I don't know you, you're blocking my booth, this is what I do for a living, I'm gonna ruin your photo. So I just walk up and was like, then they take it, they're looking on their friend's phone, and they're all laughing. It's like, oh, this guy photobombed our picture with the guy from Impractical Jokers. I whipped my head around so fast, because that was a show from 2016 to 2019. That's all I watched. I whipped my head around so fast, I gave myself whiplash. I'm like, wait, who was it? Because I only saw the back of his head. It was Brian Quinn, Q. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, which way did he go? They're like, he's right down there. I sped away. I Bugs Bunnied that crap. My hat was just spinning in the air and smoked right there. Kind of lost momentum on that joke. So I used to sniff model glue. Let me explain this. I know, it explains a lot about me, right? Now let me explain. I didn't know I was doing it. As a little kid, when I was in like 3rd, 4th grade, I started doing models. So I would do models in the garage, gluing them together. But also, I noticed the tube of glue said flammable. Also, I was a little pyro when I was a kid. So I'm sitting there drawing things on the garage floor and lighting them on fire with matches, and I'm seeing vapor trails. Had no idea I was getting high as hell. My mother would call me up for dinner, and I just float up the stairs, sit at the table, just like. Explains a lot why my brain doesn't function properly. Now,
You know this song?
tell me after, if you know the name of this story, and if I screw up some of the facts. I heard this story over 30 years ago, and Family Guy referenced it this week when I was watching it. It reminded me of this old story. There's this man and this woman, and their anniversary's coming up. This guy has this pocket watch, and he sells the pocket watch to get barrettes for his wife's beautiful long hair. Okay. She cuts all her hair off to buy a beautiful leather strap for the guy's watch. And I remember thinking about this, and I'm telling Angela about this, I'm like, what a bitch. The guy gets screwed, because you know what? Her hair is going to grow back. His gift will be eventually useful. He's screwed. It's like, well, I've got this useless leather strap. So guys, communicate. And I'm not just saying guys as men. Men and women, communicate with each other, or couples. Communicate with each other when you're going to buy a gift for one another. Just so you don't screw yourselves. So, with Valentine's Day coming up, and Mavric's love of when I do lists, I came up with either good or bad pickup lines. I'm going to let you guys decide what's good, what's bad. Now, Angela posted on her Instagram, give me some good pickup lines. Some are good, some are bad, some are awful. First one, I'm calling the police on you for stealing my heart.
Aww.
You say no? You
Always, and I just do it.
show off.
Did you
You remind me of, this is my personal favorite. I wish I wrote this one. You remind me of a cigarette. Most likely bad for my health, but I want to put your butt in my mouth. I may have just given away a little bit about myself. Anyway, 3. Wish I was your calculus homework. That way I'd be hard and you'd do me on your desk. Now, I screwed this one up, but while reading it because of the way they punctuated it, I'm going to read it how they posted it. Are you from Tennessee? Because I have a tendency, said like Tennessee, that's in parentheses. I can't stop looking at you. Okay? This is how I know, thank you. This is how I know Angela's young, because she didn't get this one. All the real drinkers will know. Are you a rusty now? Because I think I have tetanus. I'm uncomfortable with that one. Do you have sunburn? Are you always that hot? This one's an oldie but goodie, and it's predictable. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together. Another one of my personal favorites. I'm going to try not to laugh while reading it. I'm in a wheelchair. Are you into role play? I didn't write this one. Man, give the guy a break. He's feeling a little run down. Maybe a little limp. I'm going to post this, and I hope the guy receives this. I wish you... I wish... How do you write it? I wish you were my pinky toe, so I could bang you on all the furniture in my house. Now, I don't know if you want to have sex with this person because they sound very clumsy. Now, you all banged our pinky toe. But have you banged it on every piece of furniture in your house?
Yes.
Because it... You go head first into things. What are you talking about? We need to go to the ER because I hurt myself falling in love with you. Right, some of them are cute.
No!
These were all sent, and these were all sent to my girlfriend. And you know what? I'm not in the least bit worried. Did you do something to my eyes? I can't seem to take them off you. If you were a chicken, you'd be impeccable. I love how the childish ones are like the best. You're gonna hate the one I added on. This is for video game fans. If you were Princess Peach, I'd want to be Mario, so I could go in all your pipes. I am so glad no children are here tonight. This one is intellectual, and I like this one. Are you alone? Because you definitely have my interest. Apparently no intellect's in the room. I'm not going to call you a snack because a snack gets eaten quickly. I'm going to take my time. Can I follow you? I was told to follow my dreams. And this is the one I added. Sorry. My love for you is like diarrhea. I just can't hold it in. I'm sorry. The reason why I laugh is because I got that from a guy who has a 70s mustache, a mullet, doing this thing on TikTok with no shirt, and he's just standing there like this, twitching his hips while he's saying it, and I can't get the vision out of my head. So anyway, I will make a small announcement about next week. I will be here, but I'm doing a special Valentine's Day set. So I hope you all come back to help celebrate Valentine's Day with us. After you're done with your plans, then you can go home and do your extracurricular activities. Guys, my name is Andrew. I am Horror Show Dad. Thank you.
So, you figured out how to get around the no F-bombs. So, how long we've been doing this? 3 years?
Yeah, we're going into our 4th year.
3 years. 3 years ago, we did it from 7 to 10. Mavric comes to me one day and he says, "There's a lot of people that want to do this. Can we push it to 11?" And he comes to me today and he says, "You know, I opened this up at noon on Monday. We were closed out at 14 minutes after noon. And we got 11 people on the waiting list." With Mavric's permission, and I've already approved it with Josh, we're just going to give it a try and see if it works. But next week, we're going to open it up till midnight.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Tell all your friends, they might be able to get on the list.
That's right. All right. Try to give the people what they want, you know.